Describe the Anchors program.
I would pick compassion, I'd pick comfort.
Love, caring.
Hi, I'm Liz and this is Mike Terhorst, and we're here to talk about our daughter Sophie. She was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy, which is kind of like ALS but in a baby. There were times where we didn't feel like we were necessarily listened to. Our goals for Sophie, our only goal was to keep her comfortable and happy.
And when we're dealing with a family in the hospital, there's always this great, power differential. We're the experts. We call the shots in the hospital.
When we met with the palliative care team and the hospital team for the first time, there was such a weight off our shoulders, and we finally felt like we had the right care team in place that listened to us, that shared our goals for her.
To be able to be invited into somebody's home and see what their life is like, and sit down on the couch with them, that's been the most gratifying part of this.
Baby dog. Thank you.
It's not natural. It's not something that should occur. We should never, as parents, outlive our children, and yet that is the core of the work that is tackled each and every day by our care providers.
I have the 50% rule. 50% of the time things go how I think they're going to go, and then about 50% of the time it's a surprise.
You go into it with a game plan of what you're going to do, and some days it gets turned right on its head.
I remember one day in particular that I was having to call our pediatric hospice nurses with a new referral, and when they answered they said, "Can I call you back in just a few minutes?" Because we're actually at the visitation for a patient that we just cared for. And it struck me. Sorry.
While there is a gamut of emotions, somehow in that process you grow and you get better, and you can become somewhat of a real relevant support system for that family and that child.
Because so what? I am a rock star. I got my rock moves.
They don't want to talk about being sick and that they're dying. They just want to be comfortable and be happy and be normal.
How about some help? They can have these, just the neurological disorders or cancer or these life-limiting illnesses, and they still want to be kids.
What about Benji? What about Benji? You want to take Benji on a family walk? That would be fun. I love you.
The parents, who are the primary caregivers, we want to be kind of a gentle hug, very gentle, so that they feel empowered to be with their child at this very vulnerable time of life, that they're not afraid.
Family hug.
Family hug. I'm reminded each and every day that children are not little adults. Our approach to children and families, the way that their care must be coordinated and crafted, is absolutely unique.
I think the beauty of this work is that we get to redefine what hope means.
We're not focusing on the end of life. We're focusing on how can we live.
5 words that come to mind when I think of this program.
Dignity.
Committed. Brave.
That's my big girl.
Silly girl.
Kids want to be kids, and parents need help in allowing these kids to be the kids that they want to be.
I have 3 of my own children at home, and I could not imagine not loving them every day. And I want to give every parent the opportunity to love their child every single day as long as they can.